Alright, here we are once again on the InfoWars. Ted Cruz destroys Biden appointee who placed male grapist in women's prison. Gee, what could go wrong? Well, let's get into it. During his time questioning the nominee, Magistrate Judge Sarah Netburn, Cruz focused on her 2022 decision to allow a convicted serial grapist who was a biological male identifying as a woman into a female prison. Biden's nominee to be the judge for the Southern District of New York, Sarah Netburn, is an absolute radical. Pushing some kind of agenda for sure. She puts ideology before safety when it comes to housing biological men in women's prisons. I would say she let the fox into the chicken coop, but that's not accurate. The more accurate saying would be she threw a weasel into the chicken coop. Cruz got Netburn to admit the suspect had confessed to molesting a 9-year-old boy and graping a 17-year-old girl and sharing CP with other predators. Despite this record, Netburn repeatedly referred to the male suspect as her. Okay, and she during her encounter with Cruz. That's a thing I don't understand about feminazis. They're all about empowering women, yet when men identify as woman, they cheer it on. I guess the old saying is true. Imitation is the highest form of flattery, maybe? Admonishing the Biden appointee, Cruz said, "So you took a 6'2" serial child grapist with male genitalia, and he said, I'd like to be in a woman's prison. And your answer was, that sounds great to me. Let me ask you something. The other women in that prison, do they have any rights? Do they have the right not to have a 6'2" man who is a repeat serial GRaper put in as their cellmate?" Cruz asked. Now, traditionally speaking, prisoners don't exactly have a choice on who their cellmate is, but that was one of the reasons you had male prisons and female prisons, because you don't really want to put a male prisoner with a female prisoner. The Texas senator went on to accuse Netburn of being a political activist. Yeah, in my opinion, all the Biden appointees are political activists, in my opinion anyway. Instead of being a judge who deals with fact and law. In a comment posted along with a video of the encounter, Cruz wrote, "When the Bureau of Prisons warned against housing a convicted serial child GRaper in a woman's prison, Netburn disregarded the recommendation and housed the grapist with women anyway. This was a disgusting and purely politically, ideologically motivated decision made by the judge." Thousands of internet users celebrated Cruz's slamming of the far-left Biden appointee, with some even reluctantly praising the Republican politician. One apparently left-leaning woman wrote, "F her for making Ted Cruz a hero because he eviscerates her." Okay. Dollars to donuts. This woman is one of those feminazis who are clashing with the other feminazis who believe men can be women. So yeah, there's this internal clash with the lefties. You can see that even more clearly with the whole Israel-Hamas conflict. You got some lefties who are pro-Palestinian, and some that are pro-Israel, and they're, shall we say, butting heads. So in summary, I keep scratching my head trying to figure out, why is the left pushing this whole biological men can be women stuff? And the only thing I can come up with is they want to create the chaos. Now, I don't want to quote Game of Thrones, but maybe they're using the chaos as a ladder? Anyway, that's it for my thoughts on this article. Take care out there in Clown World.